What is going on, guys? Your boy Ryan here. I am back with another video. What is going on? I think I might go live tonight. Got some stuff I need to address, so it's all good though. What is going on again? Welcome to the channel. Obviously, shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome. Appreciate everybody. I really do. Shout out to all my fans, all my people out there tweeting me news that I missed, messages, everything like that. I appreciate it. If there's something you guys want me to talk about that I missed, hey, make sure you message that in the comments below. Forgot about that. I'm gonna have to mention that. So shout out to you guys for that though. Anyway, so before I start getting into this news, I gotta touch on a serious topic real quick. This right here I did not see. I actually missed this, but this was 2 days ago, so I'm 2 days late to this party, but it's all good. A lot of you messaged me this, and I did not see this, so my apologies for not messaging or not putting my info on this earlier. But basically, Sony is providing PlayStation Plus extensions to those who were affected by Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Harvey. Now, you guys remember Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma was just terrible. You know, you saw people saving dogs with boats. I mean, it was terrible. And I want to say this right now. You know, my heart goes out to everybody. It really does. You know, I saw a lot of people who lost a lot of stuff. Like, they lost this a lot. You know, and I'm very sorry for you guys. I really am. But I hope everything's all right. I hope all of you are doing well. And you know, like The Rock said, he had a point though. You know, I don't really agree with The Rock half the time, but he did have a point here. He said, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I agree with him 110%. That is true. And I hope all of you are, you know, good. Okay, I hope wish nothing for the best, or nothing but the best for all of you as we continue through the years. I really do. So much love and respect, man. Much love, man. I hope all of you are doing well, and I hope everything gets better for you in the future. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fans who were in those areas, and, you know, I have nothing but love and respect for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys are tough, and, you know, you guys will survive. You know, you guys are gonna be good, man. I have nothing but, you know, I have no doubts. I have no doubts about that. It's crazy how the Red Cross, we haven't heard anything about the Red Cross still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Where we had the Houston City Councilman come out, you know, when I showed that video. You know, it's crazy how we didn't get anything about that still. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. We'll get everything fixed. You know what I'm saying? We'll hopefully everything gets sorted out. I'm sorry. But it's terrible, you know. And whether you're a subscriber of mine or you're somebody who's just passing through and you're from these areas, just want you to know, man, you know, I appreciate your view for one, but I wish you nothing but the best. I really do. And with that being said, I want to go ahead and get to this gaming news. This gaming news is going to make you laugh, but at the same time, it's going to make you it's going to make you very hopeful. And it's going to make you look at the future the way I've been looking at the future for quite some time, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this video. This is basically PlayStation news, Nintendo, and Xbox all in one, because I didn't have enough news to make 3 videos for you guys, but it's all good. You already know me. You know me. I like to compromise, so it's all good. Let's go ahead and start with Nintendo, and let's move on. Nintendo is planning production of is planning to increase production of the Nintendo Switch. They would ship 50 million units by April 2019. Now, I actually have this reversed. I meant to put this ahead, but it's all good. I'm going to move this here. Okay, this is what it's meant to be like this. But that's for 2019. 50 million by 2019, 25 million by 2018 next year. Nintendo could make 25 million next year. Listen, if they do make 25 million units next year and they like sell them out, you know, next year, that will put them completely behind the Xbox One X. I'm talking legit, pretty much behind the Xbox One X. The Xbox One sales are pretty much peaked at like 36, 37, right? Actually, I would say 37 million now the Xbox One X is out, because, you know, 900,000. So I'll say 37 million. So they're peaked at like 37 million. If they sell out these many units and 25 million units at that time, they will literally be right behind the Xbox One X. It will be behind it, and there will be no doubts. You know what I'm saying? No questions in mind that you know, Nintendo is Sony's only competition, especially with 2019. If they have 50 million shipped by 2019, and, you know, when we get the banner for PlayStation 5 in 2019 saying, hey, look, PlayStation 5 is coming, you know, it's going to be this, that, and the third. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Now, a lot of people don't like me and King Thrash because we say that there might not be another Xbox. After what I'm about to tell you, I think a lot of you might look at it that way also. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to get into that in a second. So let's move on to the Xbox news. Halo 5 is is a state of the art on the Xbox One X with its improvements. Let's go down. So, if you guys watch Digital Foundry, Halo on the Xbox One X, Halo 5 on the Xbox One X is running at a dynamic 4K. Yes, dynamic 4K, not true 4K, and it's running at 60 frames per second. It did have a few frame rate drops, and they said that was basically due to the like external hard drives or just the overall. It was something to do with the hard drive. They had to take data from the hard drive. Like, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? It was, that's how it was. It was staggering because of that. Not crazy frame rate drops like the other ones. You know what I'm saying? No screen tearing, which is something I'm happy about at least. You know what I'm saying? No screen tearing, so that's good to see. But, you know, with them showing off that right there, dynamic resolution, 60 frames per second, I hate to break it to you guys, but those of you who are going to say, who are saying, you know, or when they're saying Halo 6 is true 4K, I doubt it. I doubt it's true 6K, or not true 6K, I mean true 4K, Halo 6. But, I know, I'm sorry. I know, that was another lie they got debunked, the whole 6K thing, I know. But Halo 6, I highly doubt it's going to be true 4K. I highly doubt it. The reason why I say I highly doubt it is because, you know, they're going to do the same thing they did with the base Xbox One. And the base Xbox One, they had the console running at a dynamic 1080p with, you know, 60 frames per second. They're going to do the same thing with Halo. It just makes more sense to do that with Halo because they can get away with it on Halo because Halo is just a shooter game. Nothing melts, you know what I'm saying? So they can get away with that on Halo. So it is what it is. Moving on. Yeah. So, this was yesterday. I missed this, but it's all good. Xbox One X Project Scorpio Edition is in stock online at Walmart. So I guess the rumors that the fanboys didn't want to listen to, excuse me, but I guess the rumors that the fanboys didn't want to listen to, right, about units, you know, like people canceling their pre-orders and everything like that, canceling their purchases after PSX, or Paris Games Week, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess those rumors are officially true because this thing is back in stock at Walmart. And it's crazy. Didn't this thing sell out in record time, like Crap and them were saying? Didn't it sell out in record time? Did it? Didn't you guys say this was the dawning of Xbox with them selling out in record time? And before somebody comes out of nowhere and says, oh, that website's not reputable, you're probably just lying. What's that say, guys? What's that say? What's that say? eBay? eBay, I ain't gonna lie, the people on eBay are some fiends. They killing y'all at eBay. They want almost $1,000 for it. But hey, all of you are spent. I mean, hey, that's nothing for an Xbox dude, right? That's nothing for an Xbox dude because, you know, Xbox dudes bought 2 Xbox One X, so they bought, you know, over $1,000 anyway, so they can buy that for $900. Oh well, let's move on, man. You notice how Nintendo's sitting on a gold mine with the the Switch, right? They're sitting on a gold mine. I expect them to hit those numbers because they have Pokemon coming, right? But you look at this right here. What does this say? Xbox One X should have been a new console, not an upgrade. I agree with this article 110%. Why do I say I agree with it? Let's look at it. Like, let's really look at it, man. Let's really look at it for what it is, man. The Xbox One X, right? Okay. What's in the Xbox One X? Like, everything that's in the Xbox One X is fine in terms of, like, the GPU, the RAM, and a few other things. Like, you know, like the hard drive space. That's fine. And the overall size of the console. All that is cool. But the fact that they just wasted all of that and put the same cheap little CPU in there that's in the PS4 Pro and all the other consoles, you know, it wops the performance. I would have waited, people. I would have waited. I would have had everything for the Xbox One X that you saw, that you're seeing now with the console. I would have had all that. I would have waited. I would have waited to 2019 for that Ryzen CPU to come down, and it came out by storm. You know what I'm saying? Because that time they could have sold this thing at a crazy profit. They could have sold this thing at $400. Imagine a beast like that with a Ryzen CPU and everything else that the Xbox One X has in it now for $400. Yeah, y'all don't think about that, right? Y'all don't think about that. Nah. But you dudes just think of any little excuse to try to call somebody a hater when they speak facts. I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry, guys, but you guys act moronic. A lot of you act moronic. One dude was so stupid, right? He commented in my comment section. He said that, hey, Ryan, you're an idiot. Like, listen, every console has hardware problems, which I went over in my previous video. Amazing how he missed that point that I made in that video, but it's funny. He goes, like, Xbox, you know, every console has hardware problems, which I already talked about. Then he says, well, it's pretty obvious the problem with this console is not the CPU, it's the The power cord. I'm sitting there scratching my head and laughing at the same time. It's like, dude, first of all, if it's the power cord, the console wouldn't turn on. Moron. It's the CPU. The CPU is too hot. I don't know if you guys saw some teardown. That's all dude tear down the Xbox One X. He put some new thermal paste on it and everything, but he tore it down. And when he tore that thing down, you can clearly see that the thermal paste was all on the chipset, like legit on the circuit board or on the motherboard. That thermal paste is man. It could be one or two things. It could be the thermal paste that's messing up this console, or it could be the CPU and the fact that it's too hot and it's overworked. I, for one, am sold on the fact that the CPU is too hot. That's what I believe. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Only time will tell. But why are we looking at this console? Like I said, man, it should have been an upgrade. You know? It shouldn't have been an upgrade. It should have been a new console. You know what I'm saying? It should have been a new console. Now, let's look at what Microsoft has to do now to upstage the Xbox One X. This is what they have to do now to upstage the Xbox One X. Remember, they put all this R&D into the Xbox One X now. Instead of waiting and pushing this thing as a new console in 2019 or something like that, they waited and they wanted to combat the PS4 Pro and try to show off against the PS4 Pro. You got Sony sitting there chilling. Like Sony's like, we don't need to compete with you because you're not competition. They're not. They're not competition right now. They're just not. Let's look at this though. Let's look at this. We look at the PS4, right? Because, a lot of you morons, they keep coming at me saying, this is a mid-gen refresh. It's a mid-gen refresh. Okay. So, you look at the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. What is the main difference between the PS4 and the PS4 Pro? I'll tell you. It's the slightly enhanced GPU on the PS4 Pro. That's it. That's a mid-gen refresh. You get the same console, but with a better GPU for a little bit better performance and better things. That's it. And ironically, some dude might say I'm damage controlling the PS4 Pro. Not really, people. The PS4 Pro was never meant to be a 4K powerhouse. It was simply made to take advantage of people's 4K TVs with HDR using techniques. Mark Cerny created a checkerboard rendering technique for consoles, okay? The dude is smart. He knew what he was doing. He didn't create the PS4 Pro to push this industry like ridiculously ahead. No. He knew people were settling in. He knew people didn't have 4K displays, especially the morons you see now in my comment sections. You know what I'm saying? He knew they didn't have 4K displays, so he made an upscaler, and there you go. And the main reason that the PS4 Pro exists anyway is to take advantage of VR on top of that. Because remember, when they brought up the PSVR, they didn't know that the regular PS4s or the standard PS4s could handle VR. Hence is why they came out with two different versions of the PS4 now. They have the Slim and the PS4 Pro. Both consoles can take advantage of the PSVR, no problems, no compromises. That's what they wanted. Microsoft, you call this a mid-gen refresh, right? Last time I checked, both consoles have 8 gigabytes of RAM. I'm talking about the Xbox and the PS4, right? This console has 12 gigs of RAM, okay? Both consoles have a simple GPU. I forgot what kind of GPU they're using, but you know what I'm saying? Microsoft went high-end, very high-end of a GPU. So high-end that the console can't even reach its full potential. So that's the type of GPU they put into the Xbox One X. But yeah, you call that a mid-gen refresh. Same CPU to bring down that cost because they're stupid for even putting all this into the console. Right? Instead of doing what mattered and invest all this R&D in games, instead of doing what mattered, instead of and really push first-party studios, right? They really put all this R&D, all this marketing, paying Kanye for that damn song just to sell you a new box. All that money for what? What are you getting? There are no games out on the market for this console. And before some moron, and I mean this, it's funny. This is like the most standard thing that gives me a headache on the internet. You got morons who continue to list third-party games. Listen, you retarded fools. Those games are not exclusive. They're on every other platform. That's how it's always been. Okay? Shut up. Dude's comparing third-party games to first-party. Well, third-party games sell much. Wow, really? You don't say. A game that's on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, it sells more than a game on PlayStation. Wow, you don't say. You don't say. You don't say. What's next? Hey, let's compare Halo and Gear sales to just what's it, Grand Theft Auto. Let's just compare those sales, right? Oh, wait, that's unfair, right? Yeah, okay, shut up. That's how quickly I destroyed your arguments. Shut up. If I scroll down this article, it says why Microsoft is losing. Okay? Now, you already know why they're losing. They have no games. But Microsoft could have been I'm sorry, the Xbox One X could have been a marketing goldmine. Absolutely could have been a marketing goldmine. You know, this is why I know why we're spending a lot more time on this article, because this article summarizes everything that I've been saying, especially for the future. It summarizes everything I've been saying. It really does. It's sad. Don't worry, it's going to be in the description below. I already know people are just angry right now. I know this is going to be a long gamer news video. I know. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. But the Xbox One X could have been a marketing gold mine. Think about it, man. Think about it. If we didn't have the specs that we had in this console now, what do you think I'm saying, like, if we didn't have the Xbox One X now, wouldn't it have been a dope, wouldn't it be crazy if we had this in 2019 and they came out and said this is the new console and we just and they put like a Ryzen CPU in there? Yeah, that would have been a monster. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a monster. But people don't see that. Nope, they don't see that. Nope, they just see like a few extra pixels. But then they get mad at me when I call out a game being 1720p, which is Mafia 3. They get mad. It is what it is, man. Hey, it is what it is. I told you guys months ago. I told you guys. Actually, I told you guys. I started talking about it. I told you, man. You dudes are hyping up something that makes no sense to be hyping up. You guys are hyping up the shell, but you're not hyping up the software that fuels the shell, the games. You're not hyping up the games. And that's sad but true, man. Sad but true. Sad but true. Sad but true. But this article is brilliant. How they could have kicked off the 9th generation with the Xbox One X. It should have been a next-gen console. It should have been. It really should have been. Now they wasted all this R&D, all this money, everything into a console, right? That will never reach its full potential. It will never reach its full potential. It won't. It won't. The GPU won't be matched to its full potential. The CPU obviously is going to be pushed to its limit because it's a crappy CPU, sure, and that's the reason why the GPU won't receive the full, you know, power out of it. But again, I'm just saying, this console will never reach its full potential, and it's sad, man. It's sad. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I might be live later on today, so I'll be there. If not, I'll catch you guys later, though. Deuces.